everyone, and welcome to another episode of Living Local in Weaverville. I am Karen Svites, and today we have the pleasure of getting to know Principal Chandler of Weaverville Elementary. Weaverville Elementary serves kindergartners and first graders right in the heart of downtown Weaverville. They serve approximately 250 students, and they are a Leader in Me school, which focuses on lifelong leadership skills through the 7 Habits of Happy Kids. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So what do parents like the most about your school?
I think what I've heard from parents is they love that we have a K-1 school. I mean, the fact that their children get their start and it feels smaller, it feels kind of quaint, and knowing that their start to the school is in a K-1 school. And the second thing that I hear them say a lot is about it's a true community school. Being a school in the middle of downtown Weaverville, it makes it a special place. I think access to the public library and the resources of a very supportive community, those two things are the things that I hear parents saying about just two of many things that make it a special place.
Mm-hmm. What was it like when you first started?
I think it's always an adjustment period when you come to a new school. I've been an administrator for many years, but at this school, just like with other schools, that adjustment period is getting to know your staff, getting to know maybe how things were done before and the things that you may, things that might need to be tweaked or changed. But I kind of had the benefit of having lived in this community my whole life. I graduated from North Buncombe High School years ago. My children came through Weaverville Primary and Weaverville Elementary. So beyond getting that adjustment period of getting to know your new staff and for them to get to know you, I feel like that it made that adjustment period go pretty quickly because I was already familiar with this school through my children's education.
And Principal Chandler is a lifelong educator and administrator in Buncombe County.
Yes, correct.
So we're very fortunate to have you as our fearless leader.
Thank you.
What do people not know about your job?
I would say you don't think of all the different hats that you have to wear. And maybe it's just my own style, but I kind of feel like that my job is whatever needs to be done to help the school be successful, to meet the needs of children, to support my staff as they work with children. So what you may not know is that if we're setting up for an event, I may be helping to put out the chairs or clean up after it's over. When there's a bus driver that's out, you may see me on the road sometimes driving the school bus, filling in to make sure that our kids are picked up or dropped off. So I would say that's the thing. It's not just being those traditional principal roles, but I feel like that you may see me wearing many different hats around the building to make sure everything gets done.
Wow, though I imagine that's an adventure.
Yeah, sometimes driving the bus can be an adventure, but it's a very important and needed role, and so I just want my staff to know, and also the community. I would never ask anyone to do something I'm not willing to do myself. So
that's powerful. How do you motivate and encourage the teachers?
I think this is always something that you can do and should do more of. I catch myself or trying to remind myself that just to say thank you and I appreciate what you've done, and acknowledging folks is something that we can always do more of. But I would say that maybe my most important role in that is to keep our staff reminded of where their focus should be. I think if we're always focused on what is best for children, doing what's best for children, that's kind of motivating and encouraging in and of itself. Let's make sure that we're focused on doing the right work for children and staying focused. And then as we all do that work together, like I mentioned, I want my staff to see me working alongside them. I'll roll up my sleeves and we'll all do it together, doing what our kids need. I feel like that is motivating, and just so keeping our focus, and then just saying good job and job well done as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. And I know you have a very active and passionate parent organization as well that participates.
Absolutely. Yeah, just as recently, and just this week as school ended up, I mean, we have our PTO, they love on our staff a lot with just staff appreciation, and so they whatever we need, that's a resource that we can draw on to make sure our kids have the best and what they need.
Mm-hmm. And what advice would you give to a new teacher?
Well, lots of things I could say. I would think that one of the first things I would say, it's kind of a given, but I would say be well prepared. Knowing what you're going to teach, what those standards are, but being prepared, that will help you avoid a lot of those awkward or difficult times. So I'd say always be prepared. I would say be a team player. The job is much too important and much too difficult to be trying to go on your own and figure things out on your own. Education now is about linking arms with one another and working together to plan together to support one another, and I think we do better for kids when we synergize and work as a team. So I'd say always be a team player. And maybe the last thing, because it is such a difficult job, try to strike that balance, because you're going to pour yourself into your classroom and into supporting your kids. And if you're not careful, you can be so focused that you can almost burn yourself out. So you pour yourself in while you're here and while you're preparing, but give yourself permission to take some time for yourself so that you can just mentally and physically, you can be healthy, and that will let you be even better prepared when it's time to be really giving for your kids. You're in a place where you can truly give.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is an amazing school here in Weaverville that allows the children of the community to flourish, and we are very grateful to have you.
Well, thank you so much. I've enjoyed talking with you.
Thank you.